What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Darium's Competitive Pokemon, and check out all these sleeves. I just went on a little bit of a shopping spree this past weekend, and I picked up all these different kinds of sleeves, which I'm really excited about. As a YouTuber here, I get tons of questions about what kinds of sleeves are the best sleeves to use for a tournament, what kind of sleeves, shuffle the best, which ones do I prefer as a player, and a lot of that does come down to personal preference, does come down, to what you prefer, what you're used to, what shuffles well for you. And I have my opinions on what sleeves that I like and what sleeves that I dislike. However, my opinions aren't exactly the most informed that they possibly could be. So what I would like to do, I just dropped like $70 on all these sleeves, really excited about it. What I would like to do is I'm going to spend some time reviewing each every kind of sleeves that I can get my hands on that I think might be an appropriate sleeve to use at a tournament. Anything that you might see at a card shop, I am going to try and get my hands on it so I can review it for you guys. I'm going to sleeve them up, give them my initial impression of the sleeves, and then I plan on using them for about a week maybe, or for one tournament, and then I'm going to check back in all in the same video and then review my final thoughts on the sleeves. So this is going to take a while. It's going to be an ongoing series that I'm thinking about doing. It's not going to be like you're getting a week's worth of videos all about sleeves or anything like that. Maybe every other week or so, you will check in with me while I'm trying out a new sleeve and just going to let you know what my thoughts are on it. So this is going to be my first entry into the sleeve review, product review video series, and I'm going to pick whichever one of these that I am most excited to try. I'm not going to lie. Some of these KMCs look really interesting. I got the KMC Silky, the Hyper Matte Premium, things literally people at the card shop said that nobody had ever bought these, and I was the only one that had been sitting there for years. So I am pretty excited about those. And I do have some sleeves that I plan on testing out that I don't have on me yet. Obviously, we got the Elite Trainer Box sleeves, your classic Ultra Pros. I get Ultra Pro Mattes from Darium, so I'm going to be reviewing those as well. The Eclipses, Hyper Mattes, Deck Guard Double Matte sleeves, Max Protection, little cheapo 2 for $5 sleeves. Very excited, the Super Golds. Very excited here to review these sleeves for you all. This is going to be my first sleeve video. We're going to try it out, see how it goes, and go from there. I want to try first these Eclipse Pro Matte Sleeves. This is going to be my first sleeve that I review for the channel. I've heard a lot of good things about these. I've felt other players decks sleeved up in these, and want to give my initial reaction on these sleeves. So let's get rid of the rest of these real quick, and we're going to be talking about the Ultra Pro Matte Eclipse sleeves. So really excited about these. Let's check them out. It was $8 for 80 sleeves, so that's a pretty decent price. That's not so bad. You figure, maybe you're buying 50 packs of Pro Mats for about $350 a piece, $375 a piece. So maybe you could get 100 Pro Mats for about $7 to $8. So they're a little bit more expensive than the Pro Mats, but with a little bit more, a little bit of a higher price tag, you're going to be expecting maybe a little bit more quality. And I think that's what a lot of players' criticism of the Pro Matte sleeves are, is that the corners ding very easily, they rip very easily. So maybe these Pro Matte Eclipse sleeves will be the best of both worlds. Maybe they will offer, the kind of the Pro Matte feeling that we like from the Pro Mats, without without breaking very easily. So here on the package, it says that they are opaque, which is very good. I don't like that some Pro Mats you could see through to the back of the card. Fully hides the card back. Professional play, matte sleeves, and they offer smooth shuffling. Here on the back, let's see, not too much here on the back to read. Maybe got some stuff in Spanish. To avoid danger of suffocation, keep this plastic bag away from children or babies, and it shows you how to put your card in. So let's go ahead. Here's my deck box. We're going to sleeve our deck up. Comes in 2 individually wrapped packages here, and you could tell when you open them, they have this nice black backing. So like, even though the sleeves are pink, they do have a nice feel to them. Very plasticky. I mean, I know that's kind of ridiculous because of course all, sleeves are plastic, but this is kind of like a almost rubbery kind of plastic feeling to them. I do like the black coloring. I think that that's very slick looking. And let's see how it checks out on my deck. All right, and that's it. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the first shuffle here with these brand new Eclipse sleeves, and I have to say it feels pretty good. I like this. They're not quite as slippery as the Pro Mats are. Right when you sleeve the Pro Mats up initially, they are very glidey. You know, they kind of, you set the deck down and the deck will kind of fall all over the place. These feel sturdy. They feel like I'm not going to just drop them right out of my hand. They riffle very well, and I have to say they overhand extremely well too. These sleeves feel great in the hand. And as far as the appearance go, they do have a nice matte finish. I do like that. There's not a lot of glare here that you can see with the light. I mean, this is a very sleek looking sleeve. Let's see. I mean, you can see that they are a little pointy here on the edges, and the backing is black, which just gives a very, a very nice bold frame to the cards. So the cards do look absolutely beautiful in these sleeves, and that's kind of what my first impressions are. I really like the way that these sleeves look, and I like the way that they feel. The backing is different. I will give it that. I have not really felt anything that is quite like this backing before. I don't know what to make of it. You could see maybe if I hold it there at an angle, you can see they are a little textured. They're not, not totally smooth, not totally glossy. They've got this little bit of texture to them, which I think probably, would have to contribute to the amount of grip that they have and just the way that they shuffle together. So I'm excited to try these sleeves out. My goal here is going to be to test with these sleeves for about a week, and I'm going to be providing you all with my feedback as to, how their wear and their durability is, how their shuffability maintains over the course of maybe about a week of testing or tournament play. And then I'm going to check back in with you all to let you know my final review on the Eclipse Pro Matte Sleeves. But my initial reaction is extremely positive. These feel fantastic. I definitely feel like I could play an entire tournament in these sleeves. They shuffle very well. They riffle very well. They overhand very well. But I'm excited to see, if the corners will bend quite as easily as other Pro Matte sleeves. I'm not exactly sure how those are going to hold up, so we'll see. I'm going to check back in momentarily and let you all know what I think. But thank you for checking out my first sleeve video. Very excited. All right, so we're playtesting here in my apartment with Natalie Champagne, and she is using these Eclipse Pro Matte sleeves that I showed off earlier. Natalie has some experience playing with them, so I was just going to ask Natalie, what do you think about the Pro Matte Eclipse sleeves?
They're okay. I was really excited for them, and I like the way they look, but I feel like they get grimier and older feeling like quicker than Pro Mattes. So I like Pro Mattes better just because of the way they feel, but they are nice sleeves, and they look really cool.
Good deal. All right, well, I plan on taking these to the tournament tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know how I feel about them there. What's up? So I just got back from the League Cup, got top 4. That was pretty cool. Played the Nine Tails deck again. Ended up losing a tough series to Metagross, and it just came down to game 3. Things got really tight, but the sleeves, they held up pretty well. This is the kind of wrap up on the Eclipse Pro Matte sleeves. Let's take a look at how they're doing here after this is a few games of testing as well as one tournament play. So the way that they're shuffling like a little worse than they were previously. Like, they're definitely a little bit more sticky than they were a week ago when I first started out with these things. I mean, but they still got a good shuffle to them. However, they are also starting to get a little grimy. I don't know if y'all could see this, but there is definitely some grime starting to form on the sleeves, and I'm not a big fan of that. I actually really prefer to just replace my sleeves after every single tournament anyway. So as far as the longevity goes, the corners of these, you can see they actually did end up getting bent too a little bit. Not as bad as the Pro Mats bend. You can see, I mean, these are the corners here that are going to end up getting bent. They did not bend as bad as the Pro Mats, but they are still a little crimped there. You can kind of see the way that they are all slanted. So they did wear in that way, and they're also grimy. I actually think that these grimed up much quicker than my regular Pro Mats did, which is a little concerning because, this just means that they didn't even survive like a week's worth of play. I guess it is a little humid in my apartment, but I don't typically have this issue with grime on my sleeves, especially not this fast. I can usually get at least a couple weeks out of a pair of Pro Mats before they really start to grime up on me, but these didn't even last one day. So I will say my very initial reactions with these sleeves was very positive. I loved the way they shuffled at first. But by the end of the tournament, they were really starting to block up on me. The grime is like really unattractive. You could see it from a mile away on these sleeves. So, you know, ultimately, I did feel like they protected my cards, though. Like, I did feel like they offered my deck some protection, you know, against, you know, wear and bend and stuff like that. So I am happy with them in that regard, but I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to be a repeat customer for these Eclipse Pro Matte Sleeves, just because with the quickness that they got dirty, and also the fact that these are going to be like a one and done kind of sleeve. With other sleeves that I've had experience with, kind of like dragon shields and things like that, they are so tough and durable that if they do start to grime up, I really don't feel too bad, you know, going in with some Windex and starting to clean off the grime, because, you know, it's a nice sleeve that the corners don't bend and they really last a very long time. So, you know, you can actually go as far as to clean something like dragon shields, but, you know, these sleeves, the corners are all dinged. You know, I might as well just throw these out now. And the fact that they're more expensive than your typical Pro Mattes means that, you know, they're not really a realistic sleeve to be buying for your tournaments. You know, if you really love these Eclipse sleeves, fine, buy them for all your tournaments, but like, you're going to be paying more money anyways to do it. So that is, you know, my wrap up on the Eclipse Pro Matte Sleeves. They're okay, you know. They're not exactly my favorite. They lasted about, you know, a couple testing games and one League Cup before they really started to grime up. The corners are dinged, and they're headed off to the trash bin. So thank you all for checking out my very first sleeve video. Let me know what you guys think of Eclipse Pro Matte Sleeves. If you've tried them out for yourselves, let me know what kind of sleeves or products you guys want to see reviewed on my channel. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.